Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in name of His only begotten Son, in name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom, 144,000. And real quick, I want to go into this. I was scrolling on YouTube. Okay, I was watching the elder brother from Orlando. Okay, GMS in the Truth Orlando, and I just happened to be scrolling through, and I seen this thing right here. It says posts you might like from communities. All right, and it's showing these different communities or these different posts from random people that I've never even heard of before. But basically, it's showing you, that these Edomites, are showing their hatred. Okay, they're hurt. They're showing their hatred. And I want to make this real quick. I don't want to make this too long. It's something I just seen real quick, and I just figured I'll just do a quick lesson on it. Okay. Going into the hatred of these Edomites. So this particular group, it says Legion of Men's Community. Why the overly racism on this page sometimes? It would be a great channel without it. I'm just saying. Okay, so he's saying there's overly racism going on his page. And that's going on a lot right now, okay? Because of the whole situation with the political, attacks and whatnot, and, Trump and what he's doing. These people are divided. America's divided, okay? And one of the major ways it's divided is because of race, okay? Divided in particular nations, all right? So Esau versus Jacob. And then you starting to see in these comments, and everybody's talking about it, how Esau is starting to get bold. They're starting to show how they truly feel. They're starting to become bigger demons, which we know that this is coming into a time called Jacob's trouble, when Esau is going to be lashing out on the children of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It says, somebody said, vibing with Run the Snowman. Yeah, it's clearly not even based on facts or reality. The logic is literally if a black person does something to someone, literally all black people agree. Like it's completely biased, and deeper hatred is clearly there for some reason. You see? He said deeper hatred is clearly there. And this is what the Israelites, starting with our head elders and apostles of Great Millstone, have been telling you people from the beginning. There's a hatred. You Jakes got to understand you have enemies, and they have a hatred. Okay, which that's what we're going to go into. Okay, so this is what I seen. Maybe want to go into this lesson. It says, and deeper hatred is clearly there for some reason. Because why? In Salakia. But because why? Like he said, they'll one of us do something and they blame all of us, because they never like none of us. They hate all of us. So any reason for them to kill all of us, they'll take that reason from one of us. Okay, and Esau paints with a broad brush. Okay, so he's one of us do something, we all do it. Okay, and Esau want to come down with that wrath. Okay, it's a video I seen. It was saying how basically the Trump administration is going to start provoking martial law. Okay, by attacking Jakes, said it's going to start targeting Jakes in the airports. We coming into that time, man. It says, so bringing this back right here, like it's completely biased, and deeper hatred is clearly there for some reason. I just seen a post, a white male did something to a black guy, and it's not as popular as this train to his situation. I'm not like, see, this is why segregation is needed. People are using this to be openly biased racist. Okay, I don't know why he was writing. He was, writing like that. But he said, he see why segregation is needed. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who any people are. I'm just going off what people are saying. Okay, this is just a peek into the comments. That's what I thought about. A peek into the comments. A peek into these people's minds. When they go to speaking in these comment boards, they're telling you how they feel. They're telling you what's going on. All right. So he says, this is why we need to go back to segregation. Now Jake want to segregate, okay? And the Lord's coming to segregate, to put us back in our righteous stead and put these nations back in their righteous stead, okay, under us as servants. But it said people are using this to be openly racist and biased. And that's the truth, because, this whole thing with the stabbing, which I just went into that earlier. This video should be dropping in about an hour from me making this video. That stabbing, man, it was some MK Ultra shit going on, bro. But Esau, okay, your government, America, Babylon, whoever, these elites, they're basically, orchestrating this whole thing. You know, the guy was saying he might have been implanted, or he's been implanted. You know, they had a Ukrainian girl go on a bus with a bunch of Jakes. Why was it Jakes all over the place? These devils are laying snares and traps, man. Okay, they're laying snares and trapping. This was in his spirit from the beginning. Let's go over here. This is Genesis chapter 27. Okay, I'll get right to the point. It says, Genesis chapter 27, verse 40, and by thy sword thou shalt live. You see, by the sword, Esau has gotten everything he has by violence. Okay, ever since America's been in power, America has been in war. Okay, taking, robbing, stealing, killing, raping, robbing, pillaging. All right, that's what Esau has been doing. Look what happened with the Roman Empire. What was they doing? The same thing. Okay, this is the spirit of Esau. All right. So, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass that when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. And Esau has gotten loose. And you see what he's doing, right? It says, and Esau hated Jacob. Now, this is the point. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, his mind, his spirit, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay. Now Esau is a so-called white race. That's the forefather of the so-called white race, the Caucasians. We're Jacob. Okay. Our forefather was Jacob. Okay. And he will be of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. Okay. So we was never meant to get along. And Esau said in his heart, his mind, his spirit, he was going to slay his brother Jacob. So that's always been in his heart. That's always going to be in his heart. It's still in his heart to this day. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I lost it. Damn it. I know that's going to happen. It was some more posts I wanted to show real quick. That's why I was kind of on it for a while, but it's all right. Because I was holding that page for a minute. You know how the phone be. But it was a few other pages. But, basically it was in the comments. All the comments were saying, the same sentiment about, pretty much people being racist, which this guy, Charlie Kirk, he was racist as hell. The stuff that, his, internet footprint is horrible. All the things he was saying against Jake, and the Lord, pretty much took him out in the midst of his wickedness. Okay. And the Lord's going to do that to more of these people. All right. But you can see the hatred. If you look in these comments, you're going to see the hatred of these people, the spirit on these people. The Lord is stirring the spirit of Esau back up. All right. And they're about to come down with wrath. Okay. Hence Jacob's trouble. Let's go over here. It says Ezekiel chapter 35. This is Ezekiel chapter 35. Let's go to verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord, YAHWASHI, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. We supposed to be prophesying against this man. Okay? That's what the Lord, commanded us to do. Okay? Preach the gospel, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, which is our kingdom. All right? And Esau knows that, so he's fighting for his kingdom. He was getting ready to make a move against us to try to keep his kingdom. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord, YAHWASHI, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Okay. The Lord said in the NLT, I'm going back and forth, I am your enemy, O Mount Seir. The Lord is an enemy unto you, Edomites, and I will raise my fist against you and destroy you completely. The Lord said he's going to destroy you completely. Let's jump into the NLT. I will demolish your cities and make you desolate. Then you will know that I am the Lord YAHWASHI. So that's what the Most High is saying, where we're telling us to say to these Edomites, to prophesy unto them. The Lord is about to destroy Esau, okay? And everything with it. Yeah, we got to be careful with our words now, okay? You know what I really want to say, but we got to be careful with our words. All right, but let's just say Esau, okay? And who is this country ran by? Esau, okay? I will demolish your cities and make you desolate. Then you will know that I am the Lord, YAHWASHI, your eternal hatred For the people of Israel led you to butcher them when they were helpless. And hey, are we not helpless now? Jake ain't got no. You talking about these niggas in Chicago talking about with the switch, nigga? You can't do nothing with that switch. Okay, you can't do nothing. Period. The Lord will take you out with Esau. Hey, Esau is the Lord's sword. We can grab that next. Esau is the Lord's sword. Okay, let me see. Let me go back. I'm gonna go back to that. Right. Yep. Let's go back. Let's say, okay, so we're going to go with that next. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. What happened? Esau is going to use that sword. See, whenever he can't, deceive you anymore, he going to revert back to that blessing. He going to revert back to that weapon. Remember what I read earlier. He has gotten everything by the sword. Okay? You shall live by the sword. So this is how he makes his living. War. Okay? War. The why you think this demon Trump, he just changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War. They're getting ready to make war. They just blew up another cartel boat the other day. Blew it up. Okay? So what is this devil doing? He's letting people know that any wrong move internationally or domestically, they gonna respond with war. He told Chicago, hey, Shypocalypse, Shypocalypse, hey, you about to learn why it's called the Department of War. War was in his heart. Okay? It says, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Right. Hey, we're coming out of our punishment. Our time is up. But Esau's trying to put us back in slavery. Esau want to put us back in slavery. Okay. Or really, he wants to eradicate us off the face of the earth. All right. And the Lord's not going to let him do it. He going to only get so far. It says, I'm going to read this in the NLT. I've already read this plenty of times in the KJV. I want to read it in the NLT. I don't think I've ever read it in the NLT. Let's read it. As surely as I live, says the sovereign Lord, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, since you show no distaste for blood, I will give you a bloodbath of your own. Your turn has come. This is what the Most High is saying to the Edomites. This is what the Most High wants us to prophesy unto the Edomites. This is why we tell you, Edomites, your judgment. Okay? It says, surely as I live, says the sovereign Lord, since you show no distaste for blood, because Esau loves blood. He loves to shed blood. He loves to drink blood. He loves to eat bloody meat. Look how he eat his meat. You ask Edomite, how you like your steak? I want it breathing. They brag about that shit. I want it alive. It's a picture running around the internet of a little girl. Her father took her out hunting, and what she did, or he had her do or whatever, that's their custom or whatever. She killed a deer, and she got to eat the heart. She sunk her teeth into the heart, and it was blood all over her face. They love blood. They have no distaste for blood. They love blood. This is why they killed Jake in the street and let him sit in the street for hours, letting the blood run down the damn street, the damn gutter into the sewer and stuff. Okay? Our blood is deep into this land. Our blood has been shed all over this land. The house you living on, where your job at, it was plantations there. We died there. Our blood is still in this land, which the scriptures say that too. But let's read on. I will make Mount Seir utterly desolate, killing off all who try to escape and any who return. I will fill your mountains with the dead, your hills, your valleys. And your ravines will be filled with people slaughtered by the sword. But what? Slaughtered by Esau, man. Slaughtered by Esau. Esau about to come down with that wrath. I will make you desolate forever. Your cities will never be rebuilt. Then you will know that I am YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Yeah, you going to know who YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI is, man. He going to make you desolate. Your cities will never be rebuilt. America's going to be destroyed. and never built back up. Okay? The Lord's about to judge this place. He's already judging this place. The whole world just saw this guy allegedly get his head blown off, just about, almost. And these people are losing their mind. I'm gonna go into that in my next video. I was actually going to do another video, but the Spirit had me do this one real quick. I want to make this too long. Let's go over here. Let's go to Psalm chapter 17. We'll go ahead and close out through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI. So, like, I won't make this too long. Psalm chapter 17, verse 13. It says, I kind of want to read all this, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to get right to the point. It says, this is Psalm chapter 17, verse 8. Guard me as you would guard, in the NLT, guard me as you would guard your own eyes. Hide me in the shadow of your wings. Protect me from wicked people who attack me. And Esau is getting ready to attack. From murderous enemies who surround me. We have murderous enemies surrounding us. Okay? We're surrounded by murderous enemies. These people want nothing but blood. They want to see us. They want to see Jake destroy. That's why Jake said, how one black person do something and then we all, yeah. Yes. Yes. We're the scum of the earth. Okay? In this kingdom. So they're getting ready to blame everything on Jake, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. You're the ones who despised here. And that's the prophecies. Okay? They are without pity. Listen to their boasting. Yeah, these devils are proudly talking about, the things they saying on the internet right now, man. I wish I could have showed us other comments. It was a few of the posts I wanted to show. I wanted to run through it real quick, but, it's all the Spirit, But I just happened to see it. I never seen that before. It's that post you may like. And I never knew none of those people, but I was seeing inside people's minds. They're making posts and they're saying the racist stuff going on. Speaking about this guy, Charlie Kirk, they got them saying that, Charlie Kirk is going to be, their George Floyd. And you see what happened with George Floyd, So they're getting ready to start making a move. It says, they track me down and surround me, watching for the chance to throw me to the ground. Yeah, they waiting for the chance to take Jake out. They are like hungry lions, eager to tear me apart. Yeah, they can't wait to get their teeth into Jake. They can't wait to blow Jake away. They're looking for a reason right now. This guy Trump said he's trying to provoke a martial law. This is what this ain't finna get better. It's gonna get worse, but it's better for us because the Lord is with us. It says, eager to tear me apart like young lions hiding in ambush. And that's Esau. He is hiding in ambush. He's getting ready to make his move, man. I always think about it, man. It's gonna be a day where, let me just say it like this: imagine a day where you going about your day, and like clockwork, simultaneously, you just see Edomites slaying Jake. That's the time he coming into. Okay, something's gonna happen with it. Where the Lord gonna put the Spirit on these Edomites, and they gonna start persecuting you Israelites on another level. Okay. Worse than slavery days, worse than Jim Crow, worse than, any time in history. Worse than the civil rights movement with the riots, and they were sicking the dogs on you. They about to sick drones on you. Okay? They about to send airstrikes. They about to, you see how they make war? You see what happened? Go look at before and after pictures of Afghanistan and Iraq. Okay, Syria. Go look at before and after pictures of all those places, man. After Esau came over there and made war. Arise, O Lord, YAHAWASHI, stand against them and bring them to their knees. This is what the Lord about to do. Rescue me from the wicked with your sword. And Esau is the wicked. Okay, which in the KJV it says, arise, O YAHAWASHI, disappoint him. Cast him down. The Lord's about to disappoint this devil. They really think they're going to kill it. They're going to put us back in slavery. The Lord, he's about to disappoint him. Cast him down. He going to cast you down. You're going to be put out of power. Deliver my soul from the wicked. The Lord's going to deliver our soul from the wicked. Salakia. And that's not just temporarily where the Lord just, get you out of a ticket or something. No, the Lord going to literally put us in power where we're never going to have to be in subjection or, find ourselves, under this man's, foul justice system, injustice system ever again. He's going to be following our laws. It says, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the point was that this man is the Lord's sword, And what does a sword do? It destroys. The Lord is going to wield this sword to destroy 2/3 of our people that do not want to repent, that don't want to get right. The time we're coming into where they're talking about coming over there for the YNs, hey, that's the Lord. That's all YAHAWASHI getting ready to make his move. All right? But that's the point. I ain't gonna make it too long. I honestly didn't mean to make this long. So I praise be edifying to the elect. Just something I seen real quick, through the spirit. Shalom, Kwame Shalom, blah, blah, blah.